Yo my people, what's going on? This is your boy Philly. Welcome to another episode of City Talk. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is he wearing that African outfit? Why has he got that big American flag in the background? I'ma fill you in just a second. But before we get into all of that, make sure you're subscribing to me. Make sure you slap that like button. Make sure you share this video with your friends and leave some comments, because comments is what makes the channel grow. So obviously you see me wearing this big old African attire with the big old African hat, and you got the massive American flag in the background. It can only really mean one thing, yeah? One thing. The streets has been talking, the hood has been talking, Hollywood has been talking, the city has been talking. It was only right that we brought this conversation into City Talk, and that we, me and you and me, can talk about it at the same time. Because I am so excited, super excited to announce that Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall will be coming back to our screens in Coming to America. Can we get some music, please?
Can you see I'm coming to America?
Now that we got that embarrassing scene out of the way, it's time to talk about what we expect to see, what kind of characters are going to be involved, who's coming back for the sequel, and yeah, let's get into it. In the cast, we have, of course, Eddie Murphy, who's going to lead the whole role as Prince Akeem, and we have his sidekick, Arsenio Hall. He's going to be leading his role as Semi, the bodyguard. Now, we've got James Earl returning as King Jaffy Joe, Lisa McDowell still going to be in it, and we've also got her dad making an appearance as well. We've got some sneaky appearances from the likes of Wesley Snipes, Michael Blackson, and much, much more. I can't wait for this film. Seriously, I cannot wait. We also just found out, yeah, that the sexy Teyana Taylor is going to be in the film. It's mad. And the biggest surprise of all, well, not the biggest surprise, but one of the biggest surprises is Wesley Snipes is returning to our screens, guys, in a big major film for the first time in donkeys of years. He must have sorted out his tax by now, boy. It was getting mad for man, innit? So it's nice to see Wesley Snipes back into the scene of movies. Apparently, we've also got Tracy Morgan that's going to be making an appearance in the film as well. And rumor has it, yeah, don't tell no one, yeah, but you don't get more African than this. Davido is gonna be in the film, bruv. Davido! Are you mad? So yeah, there you have it. That is the cast appearing in the film. Let me know in the comment section who you're really excited to see, or who you're most excited to see. And yeah, let's talk about it, man. So, this is an amazing piece of news for black people in general, because it just feels like yesterday when we were all excited and we were all taking a trip down to Wakanda, and we was getting introduced to T'Challa and the whole of the Black Panther world, and we was all proud to be African as we are right now, and it was a wonderful time for all of us. It was a wonderful time for the culture. It was a wonderful time for the Marvel universe and Hollywood, period. Do you know what I'm saying? So now Coming to America is 33 years, I believe, after the first Coming to America. We were all introduced to the King of Zamunda in the year 1988, I believe. And it's now 2020, or well, 2021 by the time they start to release this film. And the time lapse would have been 33 years. That's 33 years, guys. You know, some of us weren't even born. And we're seeing this now for the second time in some people's lives, because some of us that was born would have seen that film. And it's such a classic film that a lot of people that are alive today that weren't born in that time have seen the film and they like it. So this is an opportunity for us to go back to Zamunda, back to our royal roots, you get me, and appreciate our beginnings. And it's so refreshing, actually. It's refreshing to see like black greatness back on TV again. Like I said, it's good for the culture, it's good for the scene, it's good for people to be inspired by this. And let me tell you something. Yeah, I want to make one thing clear. One thing very, very clear. Anyhow, you white people out there that get disrespectful, that get annoyed, that get triggered because you see another film coming out representing the culture, yeah? A film with a full cast of just melanated, beautiful kings and queens, and feel like you want to start talking all of this nonsense about why aren't there no white representation or European representation or American representation. Shut up. I'll tell you what, yeah?
First off, fuck your bitch in the clique you claim. West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus,
simple. Back to the regular script, yeah? It will be available to watch on Amazon Prime on, I believe it's March the 5th when they're trying to release it. In a way, it's kind of good because we don't need to be going cinema and getting crammed up. But in a way, it's kind of bad because I would have liked to go cinema and dress up like this. Just like we done in the Black Panther film, you get me? Some of the most iconic scenes in the first Coming to America are the scenes where you see Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy play the characters in the barbershop. There was some hilarious scenes in that show. There's some hilarious scenes in the church when they're watching the ladies come through and Prince Akeem is trying to find his queen. The whole sexual chocolate band, again played by Eddie Murphy. What a wonderful actor he is to be able to pull off that kind of character as well. The Arrival. Remember the first time we all came to Queens and we saw Queens for what it really was, the gutter. It was dirty, it was grimy, it was snow everywhere. So imagine coming from hot, nice Africa with all the fruits and the sun and all of that, and you come to this dirty, cold American Queens and it's just disgusting. There's rats everywhere. There's people throwing glass out the window and rubbish out the window out into the streets. And Prince Akeem is so happy and so excited to finally see life for what life really is outside of his golden robes and golden palace and stuff. It was such a ride. It was a ride, innit? So we are going back to Queens after we had gone back to Africa. So it's going to be an interesting ride to see what it all has to offer this time around. Also, how can we forget some of the famous music that we had in the whole film altogether? Oh my God. Songs like the Soul Glow song. Songs like, she's your queen to be. Nah, we gotta sing it.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who'll do whatever His Highness desires. She's your queen to be, a vision of perfection, an object of affection to quench your royal fire, completely free from infection, to be used at your discretion, waiting only for your direction. Your queen to be.
How amazing was that scene? I know everybody. Listen, you can't even chat to me about you didn't do this, yeah? But you know for a split second when that scene came on that you wanted to sing the same song at your wedding, just better. Don't chat to me. So without further ado, let's all review the trailer for Coming to America 2.
You must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Akeem, it appears you have a son. He must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on! I'm back! Say it again! Feel right in this mother... Feel good in this mother... My whole hood in this mother... Wow! Come on!
his shop.
That's funny as hell.
Well. Say it again.
It is so good to see you.
Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and blood diamonds.
Nelson Mandela and Winnie.
Those hungry babies with the flies on the face.
Hey, oh, that's too much now. You stepped over the line. Now, we won't be talking that kind of shit about the hungry babies. You're gonna have to get out of my chair.
Politically incorrect.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
I'm back. Say it again. It feel right. Feel good. Bang.
Well, there you have it, boy. That's the trailer. That is the trailer for Coming to America 2. A couple things that I wanted to talk about with the trailer I feel that we need to address. And yeah, let me know what you lot think in the comment section. Give me your opinions as well. So, thing number one. Akeem has got to go back to Queens because King Jaffe Joe finds out that he has some type of son, a child, that is living in Queens. And he is the truthful and the rightful heir to the throne. It's going to be a little bit bittersweet by the way that it looks, because it looks as though King Jaffe Joe is on his deathbed. He's about to die. So he's got to leave his heir to the throne and whatnot. So he's got to deliver this message one last time to Prince Akeem so that he can get it. Now, one of the things that we don't really understand is how in the hell did Prince Akeem have a son that's living in America, when we know from the previous film he was in America, in Queens specifically, looking for his bride-to-be. Now, there's so many theories that we can kind of come up with, but this is one of the theories that I came up with. Before he left Zamunda, yeah, Prince Akeem was clearly, as he should have been, in his rightful role as a prince, sleeping with many women, multiple women. Now, it may have could have been that when he left to go to Queens to find his bride, that one of the women that he slept with, it could have been one of the people in the house, one of the maids, one of the cooks, one of the people that cleaned his royal penis. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's your business. Anyway, it could have been any one of them women. They could have felt pregnant, got upset that Prince Akeem has gone to America to find his bride. So they probably, the woman or the mother or the carrier of the child may have moved to Queens, may have moved to America looking for Prince Akeem, or maybe looking for a king or their version of a man to father the youth. Maybe they just left to go Queens and settled there and just lived there happily ever after. Who knows? But somehow, now this is the big question mark, King Jaffe Joe has got the information that Prince Akeem has a child in Queens and he's the rightful heir because it's a son. Cool. How did we get here? How did we get here? I don't know what's gonna happen when they go back to Queens. We don't know, but I cannot wait to find out Wagwan, because this right here, this is a Maury moment. This is a Maury moment. We're gonna need a flipping DNA test. We're gonna need an audience, which is gonna be us. And we're gonna need the whole of the African village to testify for or against. It's one of them ones, innit? But we're gonna find out anyway, so that is one of the things that I can't wait to find out.
We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
One of the things that I picked up on as well on the trailer is the barbershop scene where, again, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall wonderfully play these old men characters in the barbershop, always arguing back and forth about who the famous boxer is, who he met at the barbershop in whatever. In the first film, he said that he had met Frank Sinatra and he also met Martin Luther King.
You know, sweet, I met Dr. Martin Luther King once.
And you lying. You ain't never met Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I met Dr. Martin Luther King in 1962 in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm walking down the street, minding my own business, just walking on, feeling good. I walk around the corner, man woke up, hit me in my chest, right? I fall on the ground, right? And I look up, it's Dr. Martin Luther King. I said, Dr. King. He said, oops, I thought you were somebody else.
Oh, man, you lying. You ain't never met Martin Luther King.
Knocked the wind out of me. Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
And Muhammad Ali and all of this kind of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see or find out who they talk about next. And anyhow they talk about Deontay Wilder, I'm going to be so angry. I don't even know why. Yeah, they better start coming up with some new names. Anthony Joshua. We only want to hear you talk about Anthony Joshua. Yeah? No Deontay Wilder. No. No bronze bomber.
The Bronze Bomber. Now that was a great boxer.
You damn right.
And then he goes and says that. You just can't make this shit up. Hopefully, this film is not a flop. I'm actually a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. Coming to America, the first Coming to America film was such a classic. If you know, you know. If you know your movies, you know that movie was so big, it was so heavy, it was so in the culture, and it was so fresh, new, and funny as hell. And obviously because they was much younger, they was able to do a lot more stunts. They was able to have more dialogue that was funny for that generation as well. It was ahead of its time. It was the Wakanda of its time. You see it? So it's going to be really interesting to see where they go with this one. So yeah, man, that's the review, and I hope that it's gonna be so funny, like super funny, that it's gonna have us laughing like these guys. And I hope that it doesn't have us so bored that we're in the chair like these guys.
Give them a sense of pride. Make it.
I feel like there was something else that I wanted to talk about, you know. Oh yeah, that's it. I can't even lie. Between 1988 and 2021, I have to give credit to black skin. A lot of the cast that are coming back for the sequel from the original movie looks so good. Arsenio Hall looks good. Eddie Murphy looks good. The girl that played Lisa McDowell looks good. Her dad, he looks good. So many people have come back to the show and still look absolutely amazing. So credits to all of the people that are going to be styling these guys, but credits to Melanin. Melanin is popping, yo. You lot can't even talk to me about Melanin. Melanin is the ting, bro. You ain't got it, that's your biz. And oh my days, how can I forget one of the greatest songs to ever be on TV ever? I gotta sing it.
You can be all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
This is your boy Philly signing out. You have been watching City Talk. The city has been talking about Coming to America 2. It soon hit the streets. It soon hits your TV. Amazon Prime, March the 5th. Like this video, comment, share this video. And while you're here, slap the subscribe button as well. Stay in contact with me and the show. And I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Just let your